facing some of its worst flooding in years. Several parts of the country have been inundated under floods. Water authorities have evacuated over 3,000 people from various parts of the country. Malaysia is prone to stormy monsoon at the end of the year, triggering mass evacuation. Heavy rainfall has resulted in swollen rivers overflowing with their bank, submerging many urban areas and snapping major transport lines of the country. About 7 states have been impacted by the deluge in Malaysia. Seven states in Malaysia were hit by floods and taking the total effect by heavy rain. More than 100,000, the National Disaster Management Agency. The agency said in statement that Kelantan, Pahang, Terengganu, Johor, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan and Sabah were still affected by floods. Taman Sri Muda Shah Alam, a month after the area is inundated in heavy flooding. Recently in Kuala Lumpur, heavy rainfall in Malaysia because floods. More people being evacuated temporary shelters. Even as the Meteorological Department issue a warning for more rain in most states. Those living in coastal areas, especially on the west coast of Peninsular Malaysia, were also advised to be on alert for avoid the high tide phenomenon expected. Although the high tide phenomenon situation is on a smaller scale compared to November last year, the situation can get worse if there are strong winds, tidal waves and heavy rain happening simultaneously, which can cause flash floods, overflow of seawater and coastal flooding, the Drainage and Irrigation Department said in a statement. Bagan Datuk in Perak, Kuala Langat in Klang and Sabak Bernam in Selangor. Members of the public, especially benchgoers, are advised to be extra cautious when in the areas. Building not going to be easy. Malaysia recent floods because extensive damage and economic losses. Most shops were still closed, with some cleaning up and under renovation to start anew. And only a few had started operating again after disposing at the damaged goods and bringing in a stock for sales. Market, grocery shop, pharmacies, dentists, saloon, bakeries and television are still affected. Some estimates the losers because by the once in 100 years floods could run into billions of ringgit. Besides the requirement to claim this impact and dry every flood contaminated area, companies will need to repair or replace damaged machinery and equipment that cannot be salvaged. Thank you. This is Hazaria from Unicel News. Now I hand the next segment to Aiman.
Thank you, Haza. Now I'm with one of the flood victims, Mr. Aiman. Hello, Mr. Aiman.
Hello.
Did you expect the flood to happen as bad as it is?
No, I didn't expect the flood to happen like this. Normally, there is no such event occurring in our resident area. The floods occurs only on lowland areas that are located near rivers, but this flood has risen due to a clogged drainage system, as I know.
What was your reaction when the flood hit? Were you at home?
At the time I was at home, my first expectation was it just a heavy rain that just normal, that it won't be a flood. But I was shocked when the water level had risen dramatically, because floods never occur in this area, as I said before.
Did you manage to salvage anything in the flood?
Yes, I do have save some important items like my documents, money, and some my gadgets, and a few clothes that I save got to save it before that.
So what got destroyed in the flood?
Other than things that I saved, such as my vehicle, my furniture, electrical equipment, and others my clothes that I couldn't save it.
What was it like seeing all your things destroyed or damaged?
To be honest, I was very disappointed. Because this item is very valuable to me, and I don't have enough income to buy it back.
What are your next steps? Do you plan to reboot?
Firstly, we clean my house. During cleaning work, I will wear a self protection tools such as rubber boots, goggles, and after that, I will clean household appliance, dishes containment, clothes with clean water and cleaning utensils. That's I gonna do. What I can do.
What kind of encouragement and advice would you like to give other flood survivors and families?
Um, my advice to other survivor is always be patient in the face of natural disasters trials.
Thank you, Mr. Aiman, for your time.
You're welcome.
We will be back after the advertisement.
So how do you get this answer?
This answer.
Yes.
First, you must to find this and calculate this, and then you will find the answer after you solve this problem.
Oh, I see. Can you lend me your calculator so I can calculate?
You want to borrow my calculator?
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I need to go to toilet first. Can you finish it first?
Okay.
Oh. Aku gonna like this. Hey, take this.
Now I feel better. It smells good. What is this product?
This.
Al-Haruman is able to kill a bad breath on the body, and it is also able to give self-confidence. Al-Haruman.
Assalamualaikum and best regards. I'm Muhammad Amin and this is the latest news. The fire started at 4:30 p.m. Wednesday and noticed by female student at adjacent dormitory building before shootings to inform the matter. A hostel storeroom at the store mattress in main building also caught a fire. Less than 24 hours after the fire at student hostel Unicel Bestari Jaya, Batang Bujutai, Selangor, Bestari Jaya Fire and Rescue Station, Chief Norazam Ben Khamis said, upon receiving the call at 4:57 p.m., a team of personnel was cast to the location. Upon arrival, it was found that the fire in the storeroom on the third floor of the hostel building was successfully extinguished by the Unicel officer involved by using a dry powder fire extinguisher. No casualty or injury were reported. According to Norazam bin Khamis, the hostel accommodates 200 male students and 400 female students who are all aged 18 to 28 years old. In a fire incident on Wednesday, the Unicel dormitory building dangling truck Bestari Jaya branch was destroyed by fire. Discovery of drowned white dragon in Pecara River, Section 51A, Jalan Naga-Naga. Selangor Fire and Rescue Station Department JBPM Assist Director of Operation Hashim Mohamad Noor said they received a call from the policemen 7:11 a.m. today informing them of the incident. Police said a white dragon was found by one in the river last Wednesday. In this regard, the machinery from the Petaling Jaya Fire and Rescue Station BABP consists of 2 officers and 8 members to the scene. According to the police, who arrived at the location, first found a white dragon there, and as soon as the firefighter arrived 7:51 a.m., the research continued around the location at the garbage truck to find other dragon if any, he said in a statement today. Hafizam said search operations were still being carried out around the location. The government is also said to have taken the carcass of the white dragon for analysis